Okay, a very good morning, dear students. Today, let us discuss few questions on how to solve few important questions on the chapter application of percentage. Children, already we have read what is percentage and how to apply it into word problems. We have already discussed in the normal class. Let us discuss few important problems which are generally important from the examination point of view. Let me discuss one question. Suppose you are given SP of an article, selling price of an article is 3 by 4 of its cost price. That means we do not know what is the cost price. So whatever is the cost price of the article, its 3 by 4 will be equal to the selling price. So how to find the loss percent? Find the loss percent. Okay. Now children, how to solve this type of question? In order to solve this type of question, we can follow different methods. There are different methods by which it can be solved. We do not know what is the cost price. We can take it X, or we can take it 100 also. So by taking the cost price of the article as rupees X or rupees 100, we can easily find what will be the selling price, and after finding the selling price, we can easily find out what is the loss percent. What will be the loss percent? So suppose we will take, you see, suppose let's, how to solve it? Let CP of the article be rupees 100. Suppose instead of taking X, we took the cost price as 100 rupees. Now if cost price is 100 rupees, then what is given? Selling price is given how much? It is given 3 by 4. So no doubt of the cost price. Therefore, selling price will be 3 by 4 of means into, it is 100. So 3 by 4 of 100. 3 by 4 of 100. It will be how much? It will be rupees 75. Okay. Now look at, when the cost price is 100 rupees, what is the selling price? The selling price, it came rupees 75. Now you compare the two. Why will we compare the two? We will compare the two. I mean the cost price and the selling price. Why to compare? We will compare it because if we do not compare, we will not be able to know whether there will be loss or what? Gain. I mean whether there will be profit or loss. How to know that? By comparing only CP and SP. You see, here CP is 100, SP is 75. So which one is greater? So no doubt CP is greater than SP. And we know that in a transaction, when cost price is greater than selling price, there is always what? Loss. So as cost price, in this particular case, as the cost price is greater than the selling price, so no doubt there will be loss. Okay, loss in selling the article. So what is the loss? Therefore, there is loss. There is loss. And what will be the loss? First you find out, because without finding the loss, we cannot find what is the loss percent. So there is loss. What is the formula for loss? Now let us recall what is the formula for loss. As CP greater than SP, so no doubt CP minus SP will give you the loss. So find the loss. It is CP minus SP. CP is 100, SP is how much? SP is 75. So the loss will be how much? It will be rupees 25. Now see, this 25 rupees is the loss on what cost price? Cost price 100. Now see, we have to find the loss percent. We got the loss, but we do not know what is the loss percent. What is meant by loss percent? Loss percent means what is the loss out of every 100 rupees. That means when CP is 100, rupees, here CP is 100 rupees, this 100 rupees CP, out of 100 rupees, what is the loss? The loss is 25 rupees. When children, you know that profit percent and loss percent, they are always calculated on what? They are calculated on the cost price. They are never calculated on the selling price. So in this case, as the cost price is 100 and loss is 25 rupees, this 25 rupees loss is out of how many rupees? 100 rupees. So no doubt the loss percent will be 25%. But how to find it out? Instead of following this became the unitary method. Out of 100 rupees, you see, when CP is 100, what is the loss? Loss is 25. That means loss percent will be 25 by 100 or 25%. But we can also apply the formula to find loss percent. You know, I think you know the formula. What is the loss percent formula? Loss by CP into 100. Loss percent. So as we want to find the loss percent, so apply loss percent equal to loss by CP into 100. We can do in this way also. Instead of using the unitary method, we can also use formula to find the loss percent, and the formula to find loss percent is what? Loss by CP into 100. So what is the loss value? The loss value is 25. What is the CP? It is 100 multiplied by 100. So it will be 25%. Okay. So in this way, we came to know, or we saw, that if selling price of an article is 3 by 4 of its CP, then the loss percent will be 25%. That means there will be a loss of 25% if an article is sold at 3 by 4 of its CP. Okay. So children, I hope you understood how to solve this type of question. Let me discuss another question. Suppose you are given, you see, suppose you are given a question like this. It is also another question on application of percentage. Suppose the question is, in what time will simple interest, you see, in what time, we do not know what is the time, in what time simple interest, SI on a certain sum of money, in what a certain sum be 3/4, you see, on a certain sum means the principal, okay, be 3/4 of the principal or sum, you see, of the principal or sum at 6% per annum, you see, at 6% per annum. 6% means 6% rate of interest, you see. Look at the question. So let us first understand the meaning of the question. In what time? That means we have to find the time period. Okay, we do not know what is the time period. In what time simple interest on a certain sum. Simple interest value also we do not know in this question. Simple interest on a certain sum. Sum means the principal. We do not know what is the principal or the sum. It is given that simple interest. What is given? Simple interest is 3 by 4 of sum. Sum means principal. 3 by 4 into principal. You see, this is the question. So whatever is the sum of the principal, it is given that simple interest is 3/4. 3/4 means 3 by 4. 3 by 4 of the sum of the principal. And what else we are given? We are given R equal to rate of interest is 6% per annum. Rate is given 6% per annum. Okay. Now how to calculate time period? You see. What is the time period in this particular question? So once again, let me analyze the problem. In this particular question, what we are given? We are given that simple interest is 3 by 4 or 3/4 of the sum of the principal. And we are given the rate of interest 6% per annum. Calculate the time period. So what will be the time period? How to get? See, children, in order to calculate the time period, there is a formula. I hope you know what is the formula. What is the formula? To calculate time period, we use this formula. Simple interest into 100 by principal into rate. This is the formula. This is the, you have to remember this one. This is the formula to find the time period. Simple interest into 100 by P into R. In this particular question, you see, we only know the value of R. The value of R is given, but we do not know what is the principal and what is the simple interest. So unless we find the principal and simple interest, we cannot find the time period. Okay? Now how to find then? So as simple interest is given 3 by 4 of sum or principal. So first you take the sum or principal. Take the sum or principal either X or 100. In both the ways you can do. Either by taking the principal or sum rupees X or rupees 100, you can solve it. Okay. Suppose take 100. Let principal is your 100 rupees. Okay. Now if principal is 100 rupees, then what will be the simple interest? It is 3 by 4. So therefore SI will be 3 by 4 into 100. It will be again rupees 75. See, this is the simple interest value. Now this is simple interest, this is principal. And we know what is the rate of interest. Rate of interest is given how much? 6%. Now put this value, and this value in this formula. You can easily calculate or find out what will be the time period. Okay. So therefore T equal to SI is how much? SI is 75 into your SI into 100 by P. What is the value of P? It is 100. It is again. What is the value of R? R is 6. Now 100 cancel. 75 by 3 you cancel it. Cancel it by 2. 3 2 is 6. 370, 325 is 75. So 25 by 2. 25 by 2 means it is 12 whole 1 by 2 years. You see? That means in 12 and half years, 12 whole 1 by 2. That means in 12 and half years, the simple interest on certain sum will be 3/4 of the principal if the rate of interest is 6% per annum. Children, I hope you understood what I discussed in these two particular problems regarding your relating to the application of percentage. Okay, so we will discuss more problems from another chapter in the next class. Okay, thank you.